Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so here we go, another PlayStation video. Yep, one of all the old PlayStation. So in the previous video I showed you I got the PlayStation 1, or the PlayStation. So I got the old PS1 on the go, all boxed, complete, nice condition, really happy with that. Some nice games to start me off as well, and I'll be getting more for that. But of course, the one part of the PlayStation collection that's missing was the controversial part that needs to be I needed to complete my collection, which is of course the Sony PlayStation 2. The system I say is controversial because I've had at least 20 plus of these since 2000. I seem to just constantly buy them and sell them and rebuy them, and I've had a very checkered history with this console. I don't know what it is about this console, but I always get drawn back into it for some reason. As I've said many a time, I started off as a PlayStation fan, loved PlayStation 2, Xbox came out, totally changed my view, became a massive Xbox fanboy, and then went on to the 360 after that, and then became a PlayStation fanboy and went to PS3, so it's a bit of a weird history. But yeah, I've got a PS2 again. I picked one up, couldn't resist it really. I mean, it's a fantastic console really when you look at it. It isn't for me as good as the Xbox because that was the system I had at the time that really blew my socks off. I only had the PlayStation 2 for a while, for about a year or so before the Xbox came out in 2001. So that means a lot more to me, but I still have some great games like the Time Crisis 2, as I've always said, is one of the games that for me personally makes the PS2 worth owning. It's just an absolutely fantastic gem of a game. Really great, solid port. I just love it. I love my light gun games, and Time Crisis in particular, one of my favourite series of light gun games. But you know, when you think about it, the console, it really was an absolute revolution at the time. It's a revolutionary console. You know, it was 4 times more powerful than the PS1 in terms of bits. It had a DVD player, which was one of the very early DVD players. You know, it was really quite a revolution. A fantastic console at the time. Beautiful graphics as well, and the launch games. I played Tekken Tag Tournament recently, and it's really surprising how good that game still looks. And especially when you've just played Tony Hawk's on a PS1, and you go to that and you say you can see why it made such an impact at the time. So yeah, I'm excited to try this out and to try and really get deep into the PS2 now, and you know, enjoy the games and find games I've never played, exclusives in particular. So any of you know of, please let me know because I'm really quite blind with this system. Anyway, here's the box. So it's in pretty good shape. It's got a bit of edge wear on that, but nothing major. Quite nice actually. I'm glad it was one of the original blue ones I managed to find as well. Yeah, not bad shape at all. So just take the light off it. The console's got a few marks on it, nothing major, just a couple. But I can deal with that. I mean, I never really expect to get these PlayStation consoles in mint condition unless I'm exceptionally lucky. I can't remember what I paid for this. It wasn't very expensive. I think it's like 25 quid or something. It might not have even been that. No, it was 30 quid. That's what I paid for it, yeah. So I don't know. I think that's a bit much to be honest. But I know prices of these things are going up at the moment. I don't know why, but even at car. I mean, you can go. I was going to wait and get a PS1 into a car boot, but what's the point? Because every time I go to a car boot, all I get now is people quoting eBay at me, like most people. So there's really no point. You're not going to get much of a deal. You're better off just going on eBay and just getting the one that you want in the condition you want. So yeah, I'm really happy. It's over there at the moment, set up. So I'm not going to drag it out and show you. You all know what a PS2 looks like. But yeah, really good. So that's the PS2 down. So I've got all 4 consoles now. So when the game room is up and running, I'll be able to have a special PlayStation area where I have all the consoles displayed on shelves, hopefully the boxes, and I have all the games there as well, for all 4 systems in their own little sections. So great stuff. So what I'll do now, guys, I'll show you the games that I've picked up. I haven't picked up a lot. Just got a few from That's Entertainment and a couple from eBay as well. I think there's one from eStocks and one from a different seller. So yeah, let me show you what I got, guys. Okay guys, so here we go. So these are the PS2 games I've recently picked up. Haven't picked up particularly many, and I did get a load from Stats Entertainment. Unfortunately, about 4 of them didn't have manuals, which really pissed me off, and I did contact them and they didn't reply to me, so I won't be buying from them again, which is a shame because they're dirt cheap. And I know it's a risk you take with that company, unfortunately, but I can't be bothered because you're trying to offload them afterwards. You know, I can't have games without manuals, and you're just not going to get anything for them, so there's no point. So it's a little frustrating, that is, and I'm not really going to try and hunt down bloody manuals for PS2 games. So I'll just replace the games because they're only like a quid, 2 quid each. Anyway, first game I purchased for the PS2 was one that I'd never heard of, never played. I was looking for articles online from different websites to try and get an idea of games that are either exclusive to the PS2 or they were like hidden gem games. And this came up under the hidden gems, and I have never seen the TV show, so I don't know what it's about. And it is called Kim Possible, What's the Switch? And that is never going to stand up in a million years. I'll just lean it against the back because it'll be easier. Yeah, still sealed, brand new. Great for like, I think it was 6 quid. So that was quite good off eBay. And I had a look at some gameplay, and when I read the initial article online, they said if you like the 16-bit Disney platform games, you're going to love this. And I looked at the gameplay, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's a side-scrolling. I don't know if it's 2D or 3D or 2.5D. It's hard to tell. From the back of there, it looks like it mixes the styles up. But it is a traditional platform game, Disney style, and I thought, yeah, I'm definitely grabbing that one. So hopefully I'll be having to play this soon. I might even do a gameplay when I first play it. I think that would be a good idea. Because as I say, I've never seen anybody in the community talk about this game. So I'm fascinated to see what it's like. Pretty decent cover as well. Okay, so the next game I picked up was, when it comes to this generation, I have to own this game no matter what. Normally I would own it on Xbox because it is better on Xbox, but I've got to be honest, after playing it recently, it's actually pretty damn good on the PS2. It's a really nice representation. The graphics are really good, and it is the best first-person shooter of that generation, Black. What can I say? It's an absolutely stonking first-person shooter. Easily the best of the generation. The graphics are fantastic. It's a real big budget Hollywood spy flick is what this game is. And you just blast away and you just kill everybody in sight and blow everything up around you. And it's just an absolutely superb game. I have got a gameplay on my channel. It was the very first Saturday night special I did on the Xbox version. And it's just absolutely spot on. I love this game to bits. It's a real shame it's never had a legitimate sequel. There is a game on PS3 and on Xbox 360 which is now going to go straight out of my brain, and I can't remember the name of it. Body something. Oh Christ, what was it now? Body Count, that was the one. And that was going to be the official sequel to Black. It was made by the same guy that made Black. Unfortunately, near the end of the actual process, the people, I don't know if it's the people up above or who it was at the developer, but they decided to change the style of the game. And so something went down and he left the team. And we got Body Count, which is nothing like Black at all, and just an average shooter at best, whereas Black is an absolute classic, and I absolutely love this game to bits. I've got to say, I was really surprised how good it looks on PS2, considering how beautiful it is on Xbox, and the Xbox got a lot more grunt than the PS2, so I never expect Xbox games to look good on PS2. I mean, I don't know at the time, because I've moved on at this point to 360, this was out in 2006, so I don't know if this was like an Xbox game that got ported down to PS2 or it was just available on both platforms at the time. I mean, I'm thinking, looking at it, it probably came out on both platforms. But the PS2 version graphically looks exceptionally well. I was really, really surprised how good it is. I mean, obviously you're 6 years into the PlayStation 2 life cycle at that point, so they really should have a good handle on the console. So next up we've got a launch title, one of my favourites, and it is Silent Scope. Really, really fantastic arcade game. Basically, you're a sniper, and you just got to kill the bad guys in a time frame. Really, really fun. I remember playing it at launch and absolutely loved it to bits. It's still a really solid, fun game. There's also a really good port on the Dreamcast as well. Fantastic title. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Right, okay, and then the next title is, I've only played this on Xbox because I've got the trilogy on Xbox, and it is Silent Scope 2. So I don't remember too much about the sequel, but pretty much it's more of the same. You can also get Silent Scope 3 on the PlayStation, which is good, because on Xbox all 3 games are on one disc, or one package. I can't remember if it is one disc or multiple discs, but it's in one box anyway. So yeah, another great Silent Scope game, so looking forward to giving that one a shot. Next up, possibly my favourite launch title. I remember playing this back in the day and I was just absolutely blown away, and it really does annoy me that this has never had a third game in the series. I don't understand why it hasn't got a third one. I did buy the sequel, but the sequel has come without a manual, so I'm going to have to replace that, which is a bit annoying. But it is Smuggler's Run from Rockstar. Absolutely love this game. I play every time I get a PS2. It sounds so weird to say that, but every time I buy a PS2, I buy Smuggler's Run, because it is just one of those games for me that defines the early days of the PlayStation 2. It's an absolutely superb game. If you've never played it, basically it's, how do I explain it? It's like an off-road game where you choose a vehicle, a buggy or a jeep or a truck, and you have to race the computer AI vehicles to get the cargo. And it gets tougher and tougher, and the time limits get shorter and shorter, and it's really hard. It's really not an easy game to get further into, but it is an absolute gem of a game. Absolutely brilliant. I really wish that they would bring the Smuggler's Run series back, because I would love to have this on PS4. It should have come back on PS3, to be quite honest with you. As I have got number 2, it's got no manual, so I'm going to replace that at some point. Okay, what we got next? Just checking. Okay, so next up is another fantastic launch title, which has has held up exceptionally well in terms of graphics, and that is the awesome Tekken Tag Tournament. Love this game. You know, back at launch I can't remember exactly, but I had Tekken Tag Tournament, Silent Scope, Smuggler's Run, and I think Time Splitters were the main games. I think I just had those at launch, and I was really happy with those. It's a good mixture. This game is actually really surprising how well it holds up graphically. When you get to Tekken 4 and 5, it improves even more so. And I have got Tekken 5. I think Tekken 4 is over there without a manual, so that needs to be replaced as well. And Tekken 5 in particular, when you see that, I mean, Jesus Christ, the graphics have been upgraded. It's actually quite an impressive title. And it's got that really cool mini game as well. You run around a maze, which I really enjoyed that last time I played this game. Yeah, I'm not very good at Tekken, I'll be absolutely honest. I can't get my head around the control system. I find it really difficult. I'm more a Street Fighter guy, but I do try my best to try and play it. I'd rather play Tekken than Mortal Kombat, because at least I stand a chance of winning. Next up is an absolutely stellar game, which unfortunately on Xbox is only available in America. God knows why it never got released over here. I never understand this. And I played it on Xbox back in the day. I can't remember the last time I played this. If I played it on Xbox or PS2. But I completed it last time I played it, and I really enjoyed this a lot. It's such a fun title from Namco, and it's called Kill Switch. So this is like your Operation Winback, your precursor to your Gears of War and all your cover shooters, and it's just a military shooter, cover-based, third person, absolutely bang on. I really recommend this title if you've never played it. Highly recommend this title. It's such a fun game. Controls can feel a bit ropey sometimes because it is old now, but it still works really well. The gunplay is a lot of fun. Really great level design. It's not a particularly long game, but definitely one that's worth playing through. Next up is one that I recently saw Alan, Irish Nerd Life. I have to think what your name was then, Alan, so mate, playing, which is 13. Really interesting cel-shaded first-person shooter, this one, like a CIA spy espionage, can't say that word right, espionage shooter, and it's a really cool, different take on the first-person shooter genre, and I really like it. It works well. I've never managed to complete it. I've got quite far into it, but I will sit down and try and do it because I want to finish this game. But I really like the cel-shaded effect as well. I think it really lends itself well to this genre and looks really good. So next up, obviously I had to buy this because it's the PS2 and I always bang on about this bloody game. But it is Time Crisis 2. And then we also have Time Crisis 3. Time Crisis 3, it's alright. It's not the best one in the series in my opinion. Time Crisis 2 is absolutely stellar. 1 and 2, best games in the series. I'd probably say my favourites are 1, 2 and Project Titan on PS1, which is awesome. Number 3 is just okay. I wasn't that impressed with it, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, I love the Time Crisis series, and I love gun games. Light gun games are some of my favourites. So yeah, I think, oh Christ, Time Crisis 2 in particular, really quite impressive port at the time. I remember when it first came out, I clocked it the first night, me and my mate played through it, no problem at all. But it just looks so good, it's so faithful to the original arcade experience. And the G-Con 2 is just such a really solid standout light gun as well. Absolutely brilliant stuff. That's Time Crisis 2 and 3. Next up is a game that I only got into since I've been doing YouTube, and it was a real gem for me to find this game. I've got a gameplay that's on my channel, which I'll post a link down below for. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's from Sierra, and it's called Cold Winter. Absolutely superb, narrative-driven first-person shooter. Really fun spy thriller. Absolutely recommend playing this if you've never played it. I'll be honest with you, the graphics are okay, and the gameplay, the controls can be a little bit ropey at times, and they can get on your nerves. But if you stick with it, it's really, it really delivers at the end. The storyline is so well executed. The acting is really bang on. I love the narrative. I just thought this game was such a surprise when I played it. It really did blow me away. Really impressive title, and definitely one you should play through. If you like a good story, and yeah, it was actually surprising that it got to me on an emotional level by the end, because I wasn't expecting that from a PlayStation 2 game. But very good game. I love Cold Winter. Okay, next one up It's another game that I became aware of, I think, last time I had the PlayStation 2. I've got a gameplay of this on my channel, so I'll put a link down below for you guys. Really cool version of this, because I've got it on PS3 and it's a totally different game. And it is 007 Quantum of Solace. Really cool. I do like this. On the PS3 and the Xbox 360, it's a first-person shooter with cover elements. Whereas on this version, on the PS2, it's a straight-up third-person cover shooter. And it's absolutely gorgeous. If you play it through component cables on a flat screen as well, it looks so good. Really crisp. Really fun title. As I say, I'll put the gameplay link down below, so if you want to have a look at it, you can see what it's all about. Those screenshots definitely do not do the game justice at all. It looks so much better than that. In fact, they don't even really show you any gameplay. That's more like cutscene shots, isn't it? But yeah, I love Quantum of Solace. The PS3 game, 360 game, absolutely one of my favourites. This version on PS2, fantastic. It's so nice to have two different consoles with two completely different experiences on the same title. And then lastly, the last game I picked up recently was the collector's edition of 24 the game. Another title which I absolutely love on PS2. It's really nice to see that they can take a TV show and make a successful game out of it. It would be nice if they made more of these actually, because it's really good. It's a third-person shooter game. You don't really have to worry about cover as much. Really nice tin as well, by the way, this one. You just basically just blast away, and you can press buttons and you'll shout out CTU and FBI and all that kind of thing. It's absolutely fantastic. And I think it's like Federal Agent's the one he goes, Federal Agent! And I'll just keep pressing the button because it's really funny. I managed to get really far into this. I got to this one bit, I couldn't work it out. And it was, you have to infiltrate a building and you have to hack some computers, and I just couldn't get him to do it. It just, every time I did it, I'd get caught and die, and it was really frustrating because I'm really thoroughly enjoying this game. It's a little clunky on some of the stages, like the Chase level. I can't remember what his last name, Chase, who was dating Kim, Jack Bauer's daughter. This was around season 3. This was, and there's a section where you're in a tunnel and you're just killing people left, right, and you have to get to this bad guy and take him out. And you get a car in the tunnel, and it was all a bit. It didn't really play that particularly well, but really fun title overall. I love 24 the TV show, and it's one of my all-time favourite shows. I've got them all on DVD and Blu-ray. They're absolutely fantastic, and this is a really great compliment to the series. I really wish they'd make another one. Anyway, guys, there you go. Those are the PS2 games I've got so far. I will be picking up more, of course. I want to build that PlayStation area, get the PS1 and 2 games in there. May even buy some more PS3 games at some point, because there are lots that I still don't own, which I need to try, and games I haven't even played. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think of the games down below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all again soon.